Hi guys, thank you so much for joining on a Friday at 7 p.m. on a Friday night, right? This is important. This is important information. So thank you for joining tonight. So as we get started into our new journey with 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time, as well as Sean Week, and all the other programs to come, it's so important that you know how to eat, what your nutrition needs to look like, because if you don't, like Autumn says, you cannot out-train a bad diet. So there's nothing that you can do, you know, in your living room, at the gym, whatever you're doing, wherever you're doing your exercises, right? With your bod, if you are not showing up in the kitchen, you're not going to get results. Let's face it. 80% of your results come from nutrition. So today we're going to talk about these little containers. And I want to make sure that you guys know how to use them, that you guys know how to calculate where you fall, what plan you're on, because if you don't know, then that's an issue, right? So that being said, I just want to introduce myself for those that don't know me. I'm Gabby Lopez. I am one of the coaches on the Quarantine Challenge group. I've been a coach for 6 years, and I can tell you that nutrition is key to obtain results. I lost 50 pounds in 1 year, and that was only because I stuck to my nutrition. I'm going to be honest with you guys, depending on the program and depending on my commitment to the program, I either did 80% or 100% of nutrition, which means, you know, so 100% means for me, I stuck to the nutrition without any cheats. That means no alcohol, no wine, no desserts, nothing, nada. But it was only for a time frame. So for example, I'll give you an example. So I was chosen for the Shift Shop test group, and I did 6 rounds of that. It's a 21-day program. I did 6 rounds of it, and I did not drink on it. I did not eat bread on it. And that's only for a period of time. Why? Because I wanted to show, well, the company chose me, but I also wanted to show my challengers and, you know, the public that you can obtain killer results if you follow the nutrition to the T, right? It's difficult, right? But it's only for a period of time. And then you go back to doing 80-20. I'm an 80-20 kind of girl because, you know, I love Sauvignon Blanc. If you know anything about me, I love my Sauvignon Blanc. I love fries, but we make our own fries here, right? And so, you know, we have to be realistic, because what ends up happening with nutrition is that people end up giving up because they set unrealistic goals, right? Who's not gonna, I mean, if you don't drink, that's fine. But like, I like my wine, especially at quarantine, like, you know, I like to have a glass of wine. Or if I want some chocolate, I'm not a chocolate person, but like sometimes I crave it. So I'll have a little piece of chocolate or whatever. But you have to set realistic goals, because if you're telling yourself you're never going to have carbs ever in your life again, you're going to fail, right? Especially if you love bread and you love pasta and you love pizza, right? So you have to be realistic. So the reason I love our portion control container system is because she's realistic. She allows you 3 days out of the week to do those things, to indulge in life, right? We have to be realistic with ourselves. So we're going to cover all of that tonight. And I just want to make sure that you guys understand the importance of nutrition, but also the importance of showing up in your challenge groups, right? In our challenge group, showing up and doing your fitness programs, drinking your water, resting, right? With this pandemic, it's very difficult to lower our anxiety levels, but we can absolutely try. There are so many ways that we can do that. We have a psychotherapist on the line, so maybe she can give us some tips later, or maybe she can give us some tips in the group page. All right. So I'm going to share my screen, you guys, and then as I'm going through it, you know, feel free to unmute yourself and and ask questions. All right. Do you guys see my screen? Yes, okay. So for those that are new to Beachbody On Demand, can you still see my screen? Yes, okay. So for you if you're new to Beachbody On Demand, you're just gonna go, you can use Beachbody On Demand on your computer, on your laptop, on any devices. So for your phone, iPad, and smart TV. So if you're using it on a computer, you're gonna type beachbodyondemand.com, and you're gonna go here with the little man icon, and you're gonna sign in. All right, I'm already signed in. If you're using an iPad or a phone or your smart TV, go to your application store and download Beachbody On Demand app and just log in like you would when you created your credentials, all right? And that's pretty much it. Then you're going to, once you're logged in, you are going to go under programs. Some of you guys may be doing the calendar that we're following, which starts on Monday, and we're going to be doing Sean Week, right? And then we're going to do, you have a choice, either 21-day fix real time or 21-day fix extreme real time, all right? If you haven't been working for a very long time, I encourage you to do 21-day fix, all right? And then we're just gearing up for our newest program, our newest release, which is Muscle Burns Fat and Muscle Burns Fat Advanced. Each program is 21 days, but they go hand in hand, and it's a 42-day program. So that being said, I'm going to scroll, and I would say that even if you do Sean Week or you're catching up and finishing another program right now, you should be following a nutrition plan, because again, you can show up, every single day, press play, but if you're not showing up in the kitchen, you're not going to get results. So I'm just going to go with the 21-day fix real time. So in this scenario, I'm going to go into the meal plan here. Well, this is so that you know how to access your workouts as well. So workouts is gonna, if you're new to this, guys, make sure that you, let me see. It says start here, you want to start there, like do the guide. Let me cover this piece really quickly. This is the calendar, the workout calendar. And I want to make sure that you guys know what to do at the beginning and at the end of each program. So because we're starting new, well, if you're finishing a program, you're going to take your measurements and your weights and your pictures on Sunday. Why? Because you have completed a program, which is a big deal, right? Now you want to gauge how much progress you had. How much weight did you lose? How many inches did you lose? Can you tell a difference in your pictures? That's all important, okay? So that's important. If you're beginning a new program, then what you want to do is on Sunday, you also want to do the same thing. You want to, in the very morning, you want to use the bathroom and then weigh yourself. And every single Sunday or at the end of the program, you want to weigh yourself at the same time, around the same time, and also with the same outfit. The way I weigh myself how God brought me to this world. Nothing on, because I want to make sure it's accurate, right? So if I have clothes on, and it might be different clothes, I might not remember, you know what I mean? So you want to do it where you remember, and after using the bathroom so that, there's nothing there. And it's a true reflection of how much you weigh, okay? All right, so you're going to weigh yourself. You're going to measure yourself. If you don't have a measuring tape, this is your opportunity to, order one on Amazon, or, go somewhere and try to get one. So hopefully you guys have one. You're going to measure your chest or your bust. You're going to measure your arms, the bigger part of your arm. You're going to measure your waist. You're going to measure your hips, and you're going to measure your legs. Same thing, the thigh, the bigger part of it. There are videos in our unit section. Hang on. Since I'm here already, I'm going to show you. I guess I'm going to show you where it is. So under quarantine, in our challenge group, under units, I'm pretty sure it's here. I'm gonna go to the bottom. Guys, there's recipes, a bunch of recipes here, over 25 recipes under units. All right, so here we go. Here, so under the mes de mas, I'll change that so that you guys know it's here. How to accurately and consistently take your measurements and how to take your before and after photos, all right? It's under unit 6, under quarantine. That's important. If you don't know how to do that, watch those videos. They're short. They're like 2-3 minutes, all right? What else is under here? I'm gonna show you since we're here. How to prepare your Shakeology. We also have Zoom calls that take place at 5 a.m. in the morning. We have Jasenia and Lisa who join at that time for added accountability. You don't have to. This is just optional. If you are an essential worker or you're still working and need to leave your house at a certain time, know that there's a 5 a.m. crew that meets to work out. And there's also the crew I run, which is a 6:30 a.m. crew. All right. And then Saturday and Sunday, we also do workouts as a team, and we invite our essential workers. We just sweat it out for them. Now you know unit 6 also, that's where you're going to go to know how to take your measurements and your weight, and make sure that you also, and your pictures are going to be front, side, and back. But you'll see that if you watch the video. And take your weights as well. The reason we do all of that is because you want to gauge, you want to know, you want to have, you know, everything possible to see your progress. You don't want to just focus on the scale, because the scale is not a reflection of how good you feel, how your clothes are feeling, right? Or fitting. So there's so many areas that you need to take into consideration when you're measuring your progress. There's also, look, Ultimate Portion Fix 7-day meal plans. There's samples meal plans. We have vegan ones and we have regular ones. If you're not vegan, if you're eating everything like me, you fall under this category. And there's sample meal plans for 7 days. It gives you an example of what you should be eating, and it gives you also a shopping list. I'm gonna open one so you guys can see what it looks like. Plan. So right now I fall under Plan B. So we're just gonna open this so you guys see what it looks like. See that? So, and we're gonna go over this, how you calculate where you fall. Awesome, puppy. I'm gonna go. Mommy life. Okay, so for me, that was yesterday, silly. All right, so I fall under the BEEP category right now, or meal plan. So I get 4 green containers, which are my vegetable containers, 3 purple, which is my fruit container. I'm gonna go into detail with this. I fall under 4 proteins, 3 carbs, and then 1 healthy fat, and 1 seed and dressing, and then 4 teaspoons of butter, nut butter or olive oil, okay? So this is just an example of what I could be eating on, you know, any given day. So basically, these containers are divided into all of this. So on, you know, during breakfast, for example, I can have this meal: eggs, I can have bread, I can have asparagus and olive oil. So that would cover 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow container, and 1 teaspoon. And then it just spreads out all my containers into here. And then it gives me, let's see, it gives me some tips, but also it gives me the grocery list at the bottom. All right, so this is just to give you an example as to what it is that, you know, you can be doing to make sure that you stay on top of your nutrition. All right, so now if you're vegan, there's also options for you there. And what else do we have here? Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna go back to, Beachbody On Demand. Here we go. All right, so that being said, program materials. Oh, before I go there. So if you're new, you're gonna go under workouts, and that's where you're gonna find all of the workouts, all right? From day 1 all the way to day 21. So week 1, week 2, and then week 3 is somewhere there. All right, so now you're gonna go under program material, and under program material, you're gonna find your nutrition guide, all right? You're gonna have your calendar, you're gonna have your starting here guide. So I'm gonna open that. All right, so this is for both 21-day fix and 21-day fix real time, but we're gonna focus on the real time, which is obviously an advanced version of the 21-day fix. You won't repeat one program. Each workout is 30 minutes. And just scrolling, guys, take some time to, to read these. All right, I passed it. This is how you're gonna figure out what plan you fall under. All right, so here is an example of step 1. Take your before photos and measurements, all right? And it tells you where. If you didn't know, chest, right arm, left arm, waist, hips, right thigh, left thigh, and then your total inches. So on day 1, so you want to do that Sunday. You could do that this Sunday because you're gonna start with Sean week, and then you can take your measurements again when you finish Sean week, and then we repeat this process every single time you start a new program. Okay, and then day 1 and day 21 it would be for this program. All right. Step 2. Let's determine your calorie bracket. So that being said, first, calculate your calorie target for weight loss or weight maintenance, then use that number to find the right plan for you. So you have to decide whether you want to lose weight or not, if you're maintaining. But if you are losing, then you're going to follow this formula up here. So you take your weight and you calculate, you multiply that by 11, okay? Weight by 11. Then you're going to, and make sure, guys, if you're doing the extreme version, go to the extreme guide because it's different calculations because that is an extreme program, all right? So, for example, here, this is for the regular 21-day fix real time. So you take your weight, you multiply that by 11, that's your caloric baseline. Then you're gonna add 400 calories because now you're adding a workout on top of that, all right? So your maintenance calories, if you don't wanna lose weight, that's where you stay, okay? But if you wanna lose weight, now you take your maintenance calories and you subtract 750 calories. Why? Because that is where you're creating the deficit so that you can lose weight. So that is your calorie target. All right, it says next, find the 21-day fixed container plan that corresponds with your calorie target. All right, so for example, I told you that I fall on plan B. So this is all the containers that I need to eat. I need to eat 4 vegetable containers, 4 servings of vegetables, 3 of fruit, 4 of proteins, 3 of my yellow container, which is carbohydrates, 1 healthy fat, and 1 seasoned dressing, as well as 4 oils and nut butter. Again, guys, whatever calorie bracket you fall under, that's where you eat. Sometimes I'll get someone to reach out to me and say, Gabby, it says that I am at like, I don't know, 1805, right? That was your calorie target. Do you think, that's like at the cusp. Do you think I should just go with plan B? Because C's a lot of food. If you fall under this calorie bracket, it's for a reason. They've calculated everything for you. So my suggestion always is to start with plan C. I fell under plan C for 80-day obsession. Trust me, I felt it. It was a lot of food. But by the second week, my body was craving all the food and all the nutrients. I needed it because I was working hard. So don't think that because you're eating a lot, you're not going to lose weight. You are. Your body needs the nutrients and it needs the energy. It needs to be fueled appropriately so that you can lose weight. All right. So that's my response to that. All right. So now we know how to calculate the calorie target, where you fall, what plan. All right. Any questions so far? Everyone's good? If you have questions, you can unmute yourself.
Gabby,
No?
I think there's some chat questions.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the chat? I don't know how to find the chat here.
For me, it's in the very bottom, but the question is it okay to do avocado oil?
Yeah, I use avocado oil. Thank you for reading that. I don't, because I'm sharing my screen. I guess that's why I can't see it.
Yes, you can't see it if you're sharing.
Yeah, here it is. No, I got it. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. That's my favorite oil. Okay. Step 3, get your equipment. So make sure that with this pandemic, I think all the weights have run out, right? But do the best that you can. If you have weights, beautiful. It says light set of 3 to 5 pounds and heavier set 8 to 10 pounds for women. That's what I tell my girls. Get 5 pounds, get 8 pounds, 10 pounds, and 15 pounds. And the 15, I always encourage for legs because those are bigger muscles. If you're just starting out, 15 is good for your lower body if you're just starting out because that's your bigger muscle and you're going to burn more there. You want it to be heavier than your upper body, all right? So always listen to your body, but those are the recommendations. I'll look at the chat in a second. You need a mat if you don't have one. Let's see, your containers. So if you are coming in with me, we always add them to your order. If you don't have them, you guys, this will make your life so much easier. Trust me, okay? For 21-day fix real time, you're gonna need resistance loops. Those are the smaller ones. Yesenia, do you have them behind you? Because I'm in the bedroom. The resistance loops so that you can show them. And then the yellow one, if Yesenia will bring them, the yellow one is the lighter resistance, the green one is the medium, and the blue one is the heavier. You're gonna need them for real time. We also have the resistance bands for Pilates, all right? So those, pink band 15, the magenta is 20, and then the red one is the 30. Those, if you don't have them, try to get them now, all right? Because you're gonna need them when we get to the 21-day fix, real time or the extreme, whichever, but we're gonna need them. All right, so that's for equipment. Follow your workouts. So now we know, right, that where to find our calendar as well. So Yesenia has them right there. So she has the green one and the blue one, and she don't need yellow because she's strong. Just kidding. But listen, I still use my yellow one. But those are your resistance loops, and the bands are the longer ones. All right, you guys? All right, calendar. So follow your workouts. First, choose which workout. We already know, right? Then you're going to locate the calendar, which is also in this section of materials. You can print it. Many of us print and then check off as we go along, because the more checks you see, the more accomplished you feel, and the more you want to continue. All right, you guys? All right. And then she has additional workouts. If you feel that you want to do additional beyond the 30 days, she has ab work. She has, she has all these 6 additional workouts. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go over, and this is just the guide for you to begin. This is why it's so important to read the material for each program that you start new. So these are her tips. Meal prep for the week, or at least the day before, the night before. Start by prepping 1 to 2 meals a week, then progress to cooking like chicken or brown rice in batches, so it's easy for you. When you're hungry, if you don't have anything prepared, you're gonna go for whatever is quicker, right? We have recipes. We have recipes. I showed you where to find some in the units, but we also have the Fixate. What is it? The cookbook. We have 2 versions, volume 1 and 2, and we also have the cooking show. And the cooking show gives you like a quick video, like sometimes 5-7 minutes, and I love watching those because they break it down so nicely. And we also have material section there, which if you don't want to watch them, you can just go straight to the recipe and then you do it. Maximize your results with powerful supplements. If you're coming in with a challenge pack, you either chose Shakeology or you chose the pre and post workout supplements. Shakeology is so important because it has over 60 nutrients that it's basically vitamins, right, in a cup. It's minerals, it's probiotics, it's prebiotics, it's adaptogens. It's everything that our food system is lacking these days, right? So 1 cup. I actually drink my shake as a snack. Some people do it as breakfast, as dinner, as lunch. You got to play around with it. Also, if this is your first time making Shakeology, making it might be hard. So that's why make sure you see the recipe or how to make it in the units. It's the last unit. I'll also go live probably over the weekend to show you how I make mine. But it's important because when I first started, my consistency was off because I didn't know how to make it. I didn't know what I liked, what I didn't like. And so it took a few trials, but I'll tell you one thing, I never complained of the taste or I never complained of the consistency because I knew that I would get it right, but I also knew that what was most important was the ingredients in there. I'm an adult and I'm going to drink it because I know it's good for me. We don't complain about tequila and I don't think it tastes good, right? But we drink it, right? So whatever is good for you, just know it's good and you'll figure it out or ask questions. I'm not sure that, I'm making it right. What can I add? What should I take out? Whatever. The Beachbody supplements, the Energize and the post-workout supplements, we use them. The Energize is to give you like a boost in the morning to get your workout in, even if it's at night. Some of my girls are working out at night. And so, they just they're exhausted. So they need that. You take that 20 to 30 minutes before your workout and you get started. And the Recover is basically either whey protein or pea protein. And it's basically to assist your muscles in recovering. And so this way you're not as sore, all right? Because when you're working out, the idea is that your muscles are being broken so that you can build new muscles, right? And get stronger. Make self-care a priority, you guys. Help your body and your mind rest and recover. Healthy habits. Stretching, guys. Stretching. Let me tell you, I was, notorious for skipping the stretching. As soon as I was done, I was like, I'm out. Like, I didn't like working out. So it took practice, but also understanding that stretching and, the warm up and the cool down is as important as well as stretching days. I would be like, I don't like yoga. I'm not going to do it. But then I wasn't getting the full results, right? So make sure, or full benefits. So make sure you're doing that. If you have a foam roller, Autumn is big on this. On days that, they were doing yoga, you want to also do the foam roller. And you want to try to get at least 8 hours of sleep, 7, 6, between 6 and 8. Just try, guys. All right. And then obviously work with your coach. Your coach is here to help you achieve your goals. All right. So I'm closing that one. So we did that. If you need tally sheets, but there's actually, if you're like a paper type of gal, you can print these and keep track of your meals. All right. This is what this looks like, but there's an app. You can actually track everything on Beachbody On Demand now. under bod groups, you can actually track all your meals. All right, that's that. And your workout calendar is down here. You can print that out and you can, you know, check as you go along. So now let's look at the nutrition. Look at that. They even give you a music playlist. Come on, you guys. Isn't Beachbody the best? All right, food list. Let's talk about the food list. This is actually something you can print. It's like something you can print and have with you in your purse or handy in, you know, in front of the refrigerator, so that, you know, you don't have to have that big nutrition plan in front of you. So this is everything that goes into your green container. This is everything that goes into your purple container. This is everything that goes into your red, yellow, blue, orange. All right. So, and it gives you all your free foods. So again, print it, save it on your phone, whatever you want. All right. Vegan friendly eating plan. There is one. All right, you guys, eating plan. All right, so I'm going to open this eating plan. This is basically what we're going to be utilizing. I'm just scrolling. We've talked about, you know, each container, the green, remember, vegetables, purple, fruits, red, protein, yellow, carbs, healthy fats, blue, and then seeds and dressing. We know how to calculate, you know, our calorie bracket. We know, you know, where we fall under. Okay, I just want to get down to. It gives you a 3-day sample day, three sample days of an eating plan here, even though I showed you you can get 7 as well. So they do a good job, like putting it out there for you, like so that you're not, you know, playing guessing games here. All right, green container. Ooh, I passed it. All right, so I'm not gonna go through the entire list. I just wanna make sure that you guys know. If you're beginning, it's gonna take some time for you to know what plan you fall under, okay? I'm sorry, what falls under each category, under each container. So for example, just take a look at kale. It says it's either cooked or raw. So I take my green container. If I'm gonna make eggs with some spinach or kale, I'm gonna put it in there and then I'm going to cook it. It can be raw, or if I cooked it before, I can just measure it after it's cooked, all right? Also note that there are some things that have a number next to it. Until you get used to it, you won't know. So make sure you're always checking this, or your sheet here. It tells you as well the number. All right, so for example, Brussels sprouts, it tells you that you can have them chopped in here, or you can have 5 medium. Asparagus, 10 of them. Beets, 2 medium. So just, you know that there's a number sometimes attached to it. If you're having carrots, for example, sliced, or 10 medium baby carrots equals to 1 green container. Guys, other things I want to mention is the higher you remain on the list, the more nutritional value, okay? So if you're having lettuce because you don't like vegetables, all right, we're adults again. Remember, lettuce has less nutritional value, which means that, you know, you're missing out on nutrients. But if you're drinking Shakeology, you're good to go. But still, like, you know, experiment, try new things. We're adults here. Might need to try turn on my light. It's getting dark in here. All right, purple, fruits. All right, so purple is my favorite. I love fruits. There's a cap on this, right? I'm notorious. I love grapes. I love strawberries. I'm notorious for trying to like squeeze, you know what I mean? Because I really want more grapes. No. They have to be able for me to put that cap on and close it nicely. I'm notorious, y'all. I'm like, I can get another grape in here. So again, if there's no number next to it, then you can just measure it in your purple container. But if there's a number next to it, then pay close attention to it. So for example, it says pomegranate, it's one small one. I want to look for the apple. Where is our apple? Did I miss it? I don't know, but it's somewhere in here. Apple. It says sliced or one small apple. Have you seen the apples these days? They're huge. It's one small apple, not a big apple. So you might want to cut that, all right? It's the sugar. Remember, they're doing all the work for us. So it's one small because otherwise you're having maybe 2 apples, which means you just had 2 servings of fruit. All right. So again, take note of the measurement or the amounts next to it. If there's no amounts, then fill it up. Make sure that you're able to cap it. All right, red container, that is your protein, which is important, right, to build lean muscle. So there's a ton of options here. Shakeology falls under this. So if you, for example, are supposed to have 4 proteins in a day, Shakeology counts as 1. So now you just have to worry about the other 3, right? Eggs. Same scenario, guys. Look at the number next to it. It's 2 eggs for 1 serving. So if you're having 1 egg, that means you just had half of red, not the full red, and you still need. All right. Yogurt, plain or 2%. Greek yogurt, same scenario. If you are doing egg whites, it's 8 large. I would just fill up the red container, and then that should be it. Boneless chicken. We have like fish and lean ground chicken, turkey, fish, etc. What else do we have here? Fish, octopus, more. You have tofu, pork, tuna, turkey slices. If you're gonna have like a sandwich, just know it needs to be nitrate, and it's safer. It's safer. You wanna, no MSG here, you guys. 6 slices. When I first started using this system, I was like, 6 slices? Like I would only use 2 slices to make a sandwich, right? It's 6 for a full protein serving. Same here with ham. Cheese, cottage cheese, 2%. What else? Veggie burger, 1 medium patty equals to 1 red container. Turkey bacon, all right? Same scenario, MSG free, 4 slices. 4 slices equals to 1 red container. Why did I think it was 2? Did they update that? That's exciting because I love bacon. All right. All right. So that's that. And look, it gives you the broth, the chicken broth, and it tells you that 4 cups equals to half of red, right? So pay attention to this. This is important. All right. Yellow containers, our favorites, So this is your carbs. Again, the higher you stick to the top, the more nutritional value. Let me turn on my light because it's bothering me. Hang on. All right, you guys. So sweet potato is better than waffles, right? Doesn't mean you can't have waffles, but you shouldn't be having waffles every day. All right. So sweet potato, pay attention to this part. It's either chopped or mashed. Obviously you're going to eat this cooked, so it doesn't tell you, to cook it or whatever. But things that expand, like rice, it tells you have to measure it cooked. So don't take your yellow container and say, I'm going to have rice today. And then you measure it uncooked, then cook it and have the entire thing, because you'll probably be having like, I don't know, a ton of rice. It's probably like 1 cup or more, 2 cups. It expands, literally. Oatmeal, same scenario, cooked. Look at everything that says cooked because these things expand, all right? So make sure that lentils, same thing, cooked. Quinoa, cooked. So all of that, you cook it and then you measure it. All right. Pasta, same thing, cooked. Crackers, you can have crackers, whole grain, 8 small equals to 1 yellow. I'm not big on giving up my yellow container for 8 crackers, but I'll give it up for a glass of wine. So you gotta, you gotta choose your heart. All right. So bread, you can have 1 slice of bread that equals to 1 yellow container. Again, let me see. I want a bagel. You can have whole grain, half a small, not a half of a regular bagel, half of a small. So if you're having if you're having a whole bagel, you just had 4 yellow containers. All right. So be careful. We can have tortillas, corn tortillas. We have tacos in my house. So I know that if I'm having 2 tacos, I just had 1 yellow container. So I hope that helps. Blue containers are your healthy fats. Very important. You only get 1 a day, you guys. 1 blue container a day, and it's all of this. It's mashed or 1/4 medium avocado, not a half of avocado, 1/4. All right. If you're gonna have any of the nuts, you guys, then there's a number attached to it: 12 almonds, 8 cashews, 14 peanuts, 20 pistachios, 10 pecans, and 8 walnuts. You're not filling up that blue container because then you would be having a serving for the entire week. All right. Cheese, your cheddar cheese, your feta cheese, your whatever cheese. You're gonna put it in here. Who doesn't love cheese? And then, like, if you needed to make your eggs, you put it in here, you cook it. All right. That's how you measure it. What else? This is for like coconut milk, the canned one, not the one that comes in, like for making your Shakeology, not the unsweetened one. This is different. That's the canned one. All right, that's that. Oh, and also hummus. Hummus, my favorite. You measure with the blue container. All right, here we go. Orange container, seasoned dressings. This is the hard one for everybody. If you're not having a salad, you're like, well, I don't need a dressing. What do I use this for? Then try to just use some of these seeds and put it in your Shakeology or in your food, all right? And fill it up and have it. My favorite is the olives. So we're big on buying olives in my house. And, I already know it's 10, right? They go quick because, I have 10, my mom has 10, Jorge has 10. That's 30 in one day. So that's that for seeds and dressing. And then your teaspoons. You don't get a teaspoon. You just take one of yours and you measure. And this is what goes there. Extra virgin olive oil, extra virgin coconut oil, flaxseed oil, walnut oil, sesame oil, cacao nibs. That actually, some people will put that, like if they have vanilla Shakeology, they'll put cacao nibs in their Shakeology. Nut butters. We're big on putting nut butter in our shake. I've heard of people actually putting actual olive oil teaspoons into their shake. All right. Pesto, ghee butter, which is the best butter. If you want to have butter at home, that's the best butter to get, the ghee butter. All right. Mayo, pesto, etc. All right. Substitutions. Let's talk about that. This is your Shakeology bases. So if you're going to have, and they've updated it, you guys, in the past, like 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk used to be a full yellow container. And so if you've been here since these have been around, it was painful, but I used to have I legit stopped drinking Shakeology with my unsweetened almond milk because I was like, man, like that's a whole yellow, right? But now note, 8 unsweetened ounces of unsweetened almond milk is just 1 teaspoon. I can give a teaspoon, right? Low fat milk, 1 to 2%. That's it's 1. What is this? It's 1 yellow. Yeah, that's a lot. 1 to 2% milk. That's 1 yellow, and what else? And a half a teaspoon. That's a lot. I rather just do the almond milk or the coconut milk. These are the other milks. All right, you guys. Substitutions. All right, here we go. Treats and other beverages, 3 per week. This is where everybody wants for me to focus on. This is the beauty of our program, of our nutrition program. Is sustainable. It's something that you can continue doing forever because it allows you to enjoy life. All right. So just note that you are able to do these treats, 3 per week. It says treats and other beverages. All right. So it tells you exactly what it is. So for example, it says sometimes you want to give your body a rest and reward for your hard work. That means occasionally indulging in small treats. Make sure you're accounting for it on your tally sheet. The list below gives you the container portions for some indulgences. But remember, moderation is key. We suggest 3 times per week. All right, so if you're having dry apricots, the unsweetened ones, 4 pieces, you're giving up one of your purple containers. It's that easy to follow, all right? The wine, where is it? Look, it tells you, it talks about beer, wine. So wine used to be 4 ounces. It went up to one more ounce. It's 5 ounces equals to 1 yellow. So it's all here, and it gives you exactly what you're substituting. So, if you want to have prunes, 2 pieces, you know that you're giving up one of your fruit containers. If you want to have chocolate cover raisins, oh, wow, 20 pieces. That's generous, right? So it's all here, guys, so that you're not, depriving yourself of life. Coffee and tea, you guys. Oh, and someone asked me today, can I drink other things? You can. Wine, beer, hard alcohol. Look, it tells you right there. This is the beauty of it. All right, coffee. Coffee is not the problem. The problem is what you put inside the coffee, right? So that being said, you can have coffee. Just make sure you know what you're putting inside your coffee. So it tells you unlimited. I've never had coffee with cinnamon. Some people like it, but these are the things that you can put in coffee and tea, all right? These are the unlimited ones. In moderation, 1 to 2 teaspoons of 1 to 2% milk, low fat, 1 to 2 tablespoons, I said teaspoons, sorry about that, tablespoons of unsweetened non-dairy milk, stevia, and then 1 to 2 teaspoons of sugar, honey, maple syrup, or other caloric sweeteners, all right? Avoid creamers, half and halves, non-dairy creamers, artificial sweeteners, flavor syrups, and chocolate syrup, all right? Avoid those. So, free foods. Water, of course. It's free. I recommend, and it tells you here, guys, you should be aiming to drink half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, your aim is 75 ounces of water a day, okay? If you drink more, beautiful. Water bar, it gives you some ideas on what you should infuse your water with in case you struggle with drinking water like myself. And it gives you like all these different things you can mix it in, all right? Other free foods, lemon and lime, vinegars, mustard, herbs, seasonings. You can make your own seasoning. We've done these. These are good, pages 46 and 47. Garlic, ginger, green onion, chiles, if you like spicy foods like we do, hot sauces, flavor extracts. What's this? Anchovy paste, I've never had that, and cacao powder, the unsweetened ones. All right, and we talked about supplements. That's it. I am going to stop sharing, and I think you guys had questions so that I can go answer them. Hang on, chat. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. If you guys want to start unmuting, maybe. Does Sean Week have a nutrition plan? I can't see it. That is an extreme, probably an extreme program. We can go check. So the calculation would be, that was Jasenia who asked that. The calculation would probably be a little different. If you're doing Sean Week, I'll let you know what the calculation is. I'll look it up, and then you can still use the containers. You can use these containers for every single program that you utilize, every single program that you use, that you do with us, all right? Oh, Erin said there's no plan. Okay, she answered the question. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a mix of T25 and Insanity, which Insanity is more intense, but
Mhm.
T25 a little bit down. So T25 kind of follows the 21-day fix plan. So we should double check the calculation, but
Yeah.
it's between the two.
It's probably a little more extreme though with Sean Week. So we'll check to see about the 21-day fixed extreme real time calculation to see if it's different. Karen, follow the program, get the results. Karen lost 60 pounds following our system. Where's Karen? Is she on? Did she drop off? Yeah, 60 pounds. She lost. If you lost the blue one, we can figure out the measurement. Okay, Abigail?
I reordered them.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I went on Amazon. I messengered you just to let you know.
Oh, okay. Yes, stretching is my favorite part.
In the meantime, that blue's a quarter cup.
There you go. Thank you. This is why Erin is so good. You always need to jump on these. Okay, anything else? I just realized bananas are fruit, but plantains are carbs. That's right. Plantains, we can have yuca. Those weren't in our plan before, and they added them in as I've been a coach. Let's see, I think they increased ounces. I thought, yep. Did you look, Chatty's on? Chatty, did we answer your question about the milks? They've gotten more generous, yes.
Sorry, I don't remember. I just messed up. I don't know what I asked. I already forgot.
It was something about the almond milk. Are you having unsweetened almond milk?
Yes.
So it's 8 ounces for 1 teaspoon.
Oh, okay.
Blue, yep. So what do you find the easiest as far as meal planning goes? You usually do it once or twice a week. So that's a great question, Nicole. So Autumn also has a lot of meal prep videos. If you go under the Fixate, no, it's not there. Sorry, I lied. It's actually under the Ultimate Portion Fix. So, but I'll actually try to bring in some videos for you guys. But once a week, so choose a day where you're going food shopping. I mean, during these times, it's difficult, right? So in the past, we would go food shopping on Friday night, or if we didn't have any plans, or Saturday morning. Jorge hates food shopping and he wants to go in and out. So pick a day where you're doing food shopping so you're not overwhelmed. And then the next day, you want it to be your prep day so that you're spacing it out, all right? And what we typically do is, you know, we make things in batches so that we have. So like if we're making quinoa, right? We make it so that we have enough throughout the day. It's not gonna last for the entire week unless you're like making a big one, but it'll last definitely for like 3 days, right? Because there's 3 people eating from the same foods. We'll make the chicken, right? We'll either make it in the oven or we boil it. So things that you know you can utilize in different things. You can use chicken for tacos. You can eat, you know, chicken for a salad, right? You can eat chicken for so many, you know, in so many different ways. So try to make things, clean your fruits, cut your vegetables, you know, do things that are going to help you to be prepared so that when you're hungry, you're just like, oh, whatever, like I'm just gonna have this and because I'm starving. But if you prepared, you know, some meals, like she mentioned, like, you know, if you're brown rice, even pasta, we'll make pasta or like we'll choose our our carb for the week and we'll make a lot of that. And then we'll do that for like lunch. But for dinner, we typically cook our dinner every night. So I hope that makes sense.
Gabby,
Yeah,
For Sean Week, it says to use the extremely challenging calculation. So it's plus 600 or something.
600. Yep. So that's what I was saying. So if you go with the regular, it's 400 plus 400. Sean Week is definitely more extreme. It's more like the extreme version. So just go to the calculation, go under 21-day fix extreme, real time, because you guys have access to that. All right, so Cody says, more of an opinion question. I used to think that any drink that contained caffeine does not count as water intake, but there is a lot of research out there that says that caffeine in coffee or tea is not dehydrating us and should be counted as water intake. What do you think? Honestly, I think it dehydrates me. That's me. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm not a nutritionist, but I think that when Autumn talks, she doesn't even say count your what is it? Like I'm big on, oh, I had my Recover, so that's water, right? Because I make it with water, and my husband's like, no, go drink your water, right? Because our body is made, the majority of our body is made out of water. So if you're sweating, right, and if you're using the bathroom, you're like, getting rid of water. So you got to replenish your water. So I
always make my goal to be like, drink my 90 ounces of water, and then any coffee or any tea or Energize or any of that is on top of. So it's bonus to me because I don't feel dehydrated. I can have a caffeine problem. I could probably drink coffee all day and feel fine, but I don't because it's not good for you.
Right.
But I try to overcompensate by replacing more water. But I was just wondering, is this overkill? Am I trying too hard to get too much water?
No, if you drink coffee, you need to drink water.
Yes.
On top of that, don't count it as water. I'm finishing up nutrition school right now, and we've been talking a lot about caffeine, and it's not water. It actually triggers adrenaline to be released in your system. That's why people get shaky. They think it's the caffeine, when in reality it's adrenaline. And it triggers a whole chemical reaction in your body to actually release sugar, which triggers you to store sugar if you don't go burn it off. That's why Energize is great, because it's tactically used to go get burned. Where if we go sit and drink coffee all day at our desk and don't move, you'll just start storing, because it's releasing sugar you're not using, and you actually build up insulin resistance in the long run.
And also, so you know that our Energize is very low in sugar. It's
I drink like my morning.
It's what? Did someone give me the grams of sugar? I think it's like 2, right? It's like very low. So anyway, but yeah, no, drink water. I hope that answered your question. Anyone else has any questions? I hope this was helpful. And we'll make sure to give you tips on, meal prepping, because I know that that's difficult. If you're not used to it, and just know that at the beginning is going to take you longer to meal prep because it's the first time you're doing it or the second time, etc. But the more you practice, the quicker you'll do it, and you'll know, like, oh, I'm going to put this, I'm going to cut these veggies, or I'm going to leave this ready so that it's ready to go whenever I'm hungry. What should I do in the meantime? Did you get a? I'll give you the measurements, Nicole. Actually, yeah, I'll give you the measurements. I'll contact you. Okay. Did they email you? It says like 2 to 3 weeks, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll post that. There's a measuring calculation for what these all are. I think this is like the yellow is like half a cup. What else? A lot of you have been asking the beach bars. Erin, correct me if I'm wrong. It's half of red, half of a yellow, and 1 teaspoon. Yes. Yep. So that's the calculation for beach bars, you guys.
And my kids have been devouring them.
Yeah, I get all flavors here, and
I have to hide them.
I literally have four boxes, and my sister comes, and when she's here to help me with my mom, they go missing too. So I'm like, hold on.
Hold on. So the beach bars are substitute for some of the containers?
Yes, girl, it's food.
Okay.
Half a red, half a yellow, and a teaspoon.
Yes. All
I'm
right.
hungry.
You guys, I gotta say something. I'm on day 2 of the 3-day refresh right now, and I have a splitting headache because I want my coffee. It's not been nice today, but it's better than it was yesterday.
Well, you know what? I think the second day, if I recall, Erin, is the hardest day. Because I remember that my headaches always happen on the second day, but then, you're right there. One more day and you're good to go.
So we cannot drink coffee when we're doing the refresh?
No.
coffee?
Tea.
You can drink tea, and they say if you're gonna have coffee, have it black only, and just that 1 cup. But that's, again, on top of the water you're supposed to take. But they really don't recommend it.
Are you gonna do, Gabby, like something about the refresh? Because I never done it, and I'm about to order it.
Yes. So I will do a training on it. Like I'll gather you guys again and I'll walk you through it. It's very simple. I think it's just more of a mental thing because you are eating. Yes, your caloric intake is super low. It's like 800 in a day. It's it's resetting you. It's refreshing you. It's cleaning you. So you're not going to be eating your regular 1,200, 1,500, 1,800 calories, right? But you're satisfied. It's more of the fact that this is the only stuff you can eat, and so it's more of a mental thing. But you're really satisfied. It's just mental. So doing it as a group is easier. That's why I always do it in a group setting because we're all pushing each other. Because day 2 is the hardest one historically. So. All right, so I'll definitely, get you guys together to break that down. Any other questions?
I just wanted to say, guys, that if you Google 21 Day Fix container conversion, they have like little cheat sheets that tell you, for the people who haven't received the containers yet, they'll tell you like what the measurements are for each container.
Yep.
Okay, so.
I need a cheat day.
Well,
I do Weight Watchers, so like the containers for me, I might go back to it to change it up maybe, but I'm comfortable doing Weight Watchers for my meal plan.
But let me challenge you on the Weight Watchers.
Okay.
Are you eating healthy options? Because
yes. So
my brother, I remember my brother when he said he was doing Weight Watchers and he broke it down. I was like, he's having like wings and ranch and this and that, and I'm like,
no, you could do that, but then what's the point? I want to be healthy. So I drink Shakeology every morning. My breakfast typically is Shakeology, 2 eggs with either toast with like avocado toast or like just cheese and toast, and then I'll have a tuna and sweet potato with spinach and arugula. Like I eat very healthy.
So
but I just
is it working for you? Do you see it?
It is. It's work. I've lost 40 pounds so far, and
okay. So what works as long as you're eating healthier options as opposed to, just you attach a number to anything. I think,
Yeah, no, so the other day I wanted to have a donut and it was 8 points, right, for a glazed donut, and I had it, but I still lost weight that week. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that every day though.
Right.
That's what I like. Sorry. That's what I like about the I guess the flexibility of it. It's just, for me, it's a way of eating. I did the containers and I was successful when I first tried 21 Day Fix. I did the containers and I lost I think 30 pounds.
Awesome.
In 3 rounds, I think.
Of 21 days?
Of 21 Day Fix, yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, I didn't go down all the list of all your things that you can have, those 3 days that she allows you to do like a cheat, whatever. But, there's cookies, there's everything there, guys, and like I said, I think it's just, you got to find what works for you, but it has to be something that is sustainable, because if you're struggling with it and you're eating things that you don't enjoy, which is why I love the container system, because you get to choose what goes in there. So choose things that you like to
Sorry,
eat.
guys. I got a call. I missed that whole thing.
I was saying
But yeah, the containers are good. I just for now have been doing Weight Watchers and it's been working because I'm, following healthy guidelines.
Me either. I just found out.
But I might go back to containers, because I want to do Mess Mouse with you guys.
I don't know what happened.
So
awesome.
I'll do it then.
So yeah, so just choose foods that you guys enjoy, because the last thing I want is for you to be like, this is so hard because I don't like asparagus. Why are you eating it? You know what I mean? Like, choose the stuff you like. And I mean, I'm not saying don't try it. And if you didn't like it, then, in my house, we're simple. We choose the things we like to eat. And sometimes we on repeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have the same stuff the entire week, but we're easy. We don't, some people say, I can't eat the same thing every day. Then you're going to be meal prepping for a hot minute on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Because now you got to have to meal prep every single day with different foods. So I'll give you guys options. There's a ton of different, samples. I showed you where to find some in the units, but I'll give you more info. But it's very simple, and always, if you're in doubt, Google, but always if you're not sure, show your coach so that they can be like, yeah, that's good. You know what I mean? Any other questions? I don't want to hold you on we ain't going nowhere, but I don't want to hold you on a Friday either. So everybody good?
Yep.
Yeah, can we take a picture? Y'all know I was going to say that, right? Like, these ladies know what they want. They know they got goals.
I need a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Me too. So who's hiding though?
There, I look better like that.
No, really, Shadi? Smile then. Thank you, guys. All right, so if you guys have questions too, make sure that you put them in the group so that everyone can benefit from the answer, all right? Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll put the recording in case you miss anything.
It's funny because the dresses won't even fit me.
Well, you